Well, my first question is just going to be, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and just introduce yourself?
It's very hard to talk about myself because, I have so much to say. My name is Tatiana Serbinska. I am originally from Bulgaria. I grew up in southwest part of Bulgaria. Rila. I was born in Rila, near Rila Monastery. Then, since I finished I graduated from high school and I mean, auditioned for ensemble period, well known, world well known ensemble period, and I was accepted and I became a soloist after 3 months. And then after that, I finished, I have two master degrees in music, and I was traveling with Syrian ensemble for more than 53 countries in of all of those five continents. I love my music. I love me. I was teaching because I graduate not just as performer, but as teacher too. I finished classical pedagogy, not just traditional. And since I finished that, I was always in a stage and also always teaching. That was maybe a good thing because everything I know and I learn and everything I show on a stage, I can teach my students, and maybe that's one of the key of my success with my students because it's very important actually to love what you're doing, and that's what exactly I'm doing. I love what I'm doing, and that's why actually my all my groups and my students, they are very successful.
That's awesome. I think it's really great that, education is part of your journey and giving back to those younger than you and helping guide them. I think that's really great, and I think that's a really important part of music. So I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
Um, can you just tell us a little bit about Orfea then?
Orfea, checked 35 years ago. I emigrated to United States, and I arrived in Boston. In 1992, I started my first group. It's a men's group called Zornica, which means Morning Star, and I've been working with them more than 10 years. Now, next year, I'm gonna have 35 years with them. Then after that, I start 2000 year 2000. I found another group in Boston, Divigeni, and we celebrate 25 years anniversary last Saturday. It was very successful and beautiful. But 2002, I moved to Maryland near Washington D.C., and I was lucky to find another group, and one of the founders is actually uh, right now with us, Ellen Zurbrich, and I start with them 2006, and they're just amazing girls. Um, and they didn't have a musical education, none of them, I guess. They all have different professions, but starting together, they grew, sorry, they developed their voices amazingly. And actually, we used to perform in Lancaster, didn't we, Ellen? I think we did in the past. And I love the audience there because one of the most important thing I am teaching my students to appreciate audience, to sing for them. Doesn't matter how many there in a hall, even for one person to give everything they know, and they're doing that. I'm so proud of Orfeia Vocal Ensemble. And for me, they're not amateurs anymore. They're professional group. And I'm proud we have two CDs. The first CD was Sephardic music, I guess. Do I remember correctly,
Yeah,
Ellen?
that's correct.
Yeah. And the second one Actually came out 5 years, 6 years ago, called Izgrela Mesechinka, that means morning star is coming. Uh, oh no, the morning and the moon, the moon, the moonrise, pardon me, not Izgrela. Izgrela Mesechinka, that means the moonrise. It's kind of more than professional CD. Recently we're having a lot of workshops, and I taught them how to teach, and they're doing again an amazing job. Just this is the group I love so much. The group I grew as professional group, the group who is taking care of each other. We are like a family, and all of them individually are just amazing people, different professions, people who never know each other before. They take care of each other right now. They sing beautifully. I hope you're gonna like our performance. And this actually is April already. We're starting, yeah. And I'm so proud to be part of them, and them to be part of me. That means we're one thing. Me and Orfeia, it's one, not director and performers, but we are all together as group, and I love them.
That's awesome. You sound very passionate about it, which is really good. It's very good
Yeah,
to have
yeah,
passionate
yeah.
individuals involved. So,
Yeah,
um,
they start actually, we start with kind of zero, because my philosophy is they said, oh, I never sing, or my philosophy is if you have a voice to talk, you have a voice to sing. And then maybe that's why I'm having that success. I have students from 3 to 93. They because every age has a beauty in there. If you love music, if you love to sing, just open your mouth and sing, but sing from the heart. The first thing when I'm starting to warming up them is I said, let's have our song from the heart. It's just one tone, and I'm making them to enjoy their unique, because every single voice is unique, their unique velvet voices. And me going together, they're matching beautifully. And that's why maybe we're having success, because we love to sing together. Music brings life. Music keep you young and beautiful. That's another my philosophy.
that's
Yeah,
awesome. I love your line. If you have a voice to talk, you have a voice to sing. I think that's really good. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
can you tell us a little bit about the style of music that is significant to Orfea and that you guys typically perform?
Um, They actually, I was very surprised, even when I was in Bulgaria. Some people from America, very rare, but people from America came to our ensemble to study some of our music. And but when I toured in Bulgaria for 6 months before I know any English, actually, this is 1980. I'm not that old, but I'm 33, and I never will be more than 33. But I traveled in America 1980. It was very hard for me because I didn't speak any English, and it was kind of a wall between us. But when you are on a stage, there is a no wall. There is a kind of one thing together. And I was, after the concert, many students were coming. And talking with us about Bulgarian music. And I was surprised they love Bulgarian music. I figured out later, because in our music have some kind of exotic, kind of magic, I guess. We have dissonance, two notes fighting together, but it's such a beautiful dissonance. We have an amazing irregular rhythms. This is Bulgaria is only the country we have all around 56 different irregular rhythms. And people here still have a trouble to catch 1 2 1 2 1 2 3, or 1 2 3 1 2 1 2, or 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2, or so many different combinations, and that catch them. a lot. And particular the voices, our style, that going now to the style, it's the voice you're talking with, that's what I said before, the same you're singing with, the same like right away you can produce the same quality of speaking voice. Of course, there is a lot of technique. I have huge experience in working personally, how the voice can be developed, how the breathing can be developed. And I have my own ways, and I have a big success with that, my experience. But Bulgarian voice is the Balkan voice, voice from the Balkans, not just Bulgaria, but the whole Balkan countries, they have that. You're singing with a full voice, because for example, if you singing western voice, you're singing, and that's my actually another my success, because I'm following the different placements. If you're singing western voice, I'm teaching them how to be correctly to leave the air up, and where the air need to go, which part of the head, because they have a lot of cavities there, which cavities you can use. And for western voice, I'm lifting the sound up, and then starting with instead of, and try, do not push here, do not scream, because when I came here in America, they said, oh, you're just yelling. No, I'm singing. I have a strong voice, but I'm not yelling, I'm singing. And instead of, for example, I'm singing Western voice, I'm the, my money was lies over the ocean. I'm leading here, little more further, but not here. I'm on my body. If I do opera or classical, I'm leading the air in a just in the middle of my head. I'm leading there. If I go to Balkan, I'm not warm up. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, but I'll try to do something. I'm doing Isle. I'm leading my air little bit here, not center, and little bit back. If I'm singing, because they said Bulgarian Balkan voice is just a chest. It's not true, just a chest. I'm using the chest, for example, if I sing gospel, American gospel, I can go down. Amazing grace. I'm using that cavities here. We have a lot of cavities here. That's what I'm teaching them, how to use which part of the head, here or here, they can use to produce their beautiful velvet voices.
That's awesome. I've never really like thought about it that way. Is I'm not a vocalist. I'm a percussionist and a guitar player. So
I
um,
love percussion.
yeah. So from coming from that background and now having a lot of experience in the vocal world, to think about it like that really kind of changes your perception and kind of open your eyes to like, oh, if I want it to sound like this style or I want it to come out, with this type of tone, it's
Yeah,
really whether
yeah.
it's from the chest or from maybe it's more in the throat
Exactly,
or different
exactly.
spots.
Different spots. That it's important how you can lead your air, how you can produce that sound. Do not be but to be completely different.
I
Completely
think
different. It's
that's
warmer and it's nicer, and also save your vocal cords. That's what I'm telling them. Be gentle to your vocal cords. Don't yell. Don't force. And the vocal cords are gonna be gentle to you too. They're gonna love you too.
If
it's
I
very
can
good that you
add
went into education.
something,
Yes.
just as a long-term student of Tatiana's, um, I had sung Balkan music a few years before I started working with Tatiana, but I was not singing in the right place. And so I was always using my throat too much and pushing, which is not the correct placement because you can really hurt yourself. And so learning from an experienced teacher from many decades who knows how to work with your voice and bring out your authentic voice was really transformative. We had the opportunity to work together in a fellowship, Master Apprentice Fellowship through the Maryland's State Arts Council Traditions Program. And with those intensive lessons with Tanya, it was possible for me to really open up my voice to get that placement that she talks about backing up and in the cavity, in the vocal cavity, that resonance that you can produce this big wall of sound that you hear for Bulgarian and women's choirs and Balkan women's choirs. It's amazing. Through the correct placement and through, working with a vocal coach who really could bring that out and teach you where is the right placement to have that big sound without hurting yourself. Very important. And it really transformed, I love the music so much, but it really transformed my relationship with the sound that I'm producing, and my ability to convey the expression that I want to convey through the music. So yeah, it's
Maybe
I'm looking
that,
forward to, we're going to do a workshop with
yeah,
some of
yeah.
the
That's
singers. Yeah.
exactly, yeah, exactly. That maybe that connection with that magic music make us to be very close, to be very together. One of the more important things, I'm teaching them not just to sing, but I'm teaching them how to talk. Because when the baby are born, they're just listening and they're catching and they start to do, and they never think how I'm talking. Am I talking in the right place or I'm talking incorrectly? Because if you say somebody, oh, you talked not very correct. Oh, no, not that's not true. But if even teachers or professors or phone people, if they're talking nonstop on a phone, if they talk properly, they can talk for 8 hours without get fatigue. But if they do, for example, if they talk this way all the time, after 1 2 hours they're gonna be extremely tired, and also this way they are damaging their vocal cords. This is also another thing I'm teaching my students, how to talk. It's
Very
very
good.
good to have a properly placement for talking voice. You can, and I'm asking them in the morning to warm up their voices before start to talk. It's a magic. Everything is magic.
Well, it's very good that you went into education as well as performance. And
Yeah, 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 yeah.
speaking about teaching, can you tell us a little bit about what the workshop is going to entail when you guys are here in Lancaster for the Festival of Voices?
Yeah, we're teaching people first. I'm warming them up. We all together. Then some of the people for example, Ellen or Diane or Natalka or somebody else from the group, Amita, they can touch. Teaching first, several exercises to warm up their voices, and then we start to separate the groups. For example, one is this group, the other this group. We're teaching first top voice, this one for the second, how to produce the voice, how to feel the music. This is very very important, and that's what I'm planning to do. We are planning to do in Lancaster, to teach people few songs, but teach them correctly, to sing correctly, and make them also. We are teaching always we are talking a little bit about Bulgaria because we are teaching Bulgarian music. We are teaching about, because not everybody knows where Bulgaria is, because it's a small country in Eastern Europe, but we have a more than 8,000 years history as country, and we have such a deep roots. And I'm teaching them how the difference from, for example, different countries, working with their traditional music. I'm comparing with one tree, big tree, which the roots are coming from the traditions, from the music, then the tree goes, and then every single nation is creating their own branches and that tree. And this way we're gonna work little bit, talking about little bit about the history, little bit about our traditions, because we have extremely rich traditions in music.
That's
uh,
very exciting. It sounds like
yeah,
you'll be covering a lot of really cool stuff, and I'm sure it'll be
yeah,
very informative. So
yeah, yeah.
awesome. And if you could say in just one or two sentences why people should come and participate in the Lancaster Festival of Voices, what would you tell people?
I mentioned before, if people love to sing, they will come. If people are curious, what kind of music is that? Maybe let's touch that. They will come. If people come to the concert, after that, I think everybody's going to sign.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. If you have any other parting words that you'd like to include in the interview, we would love to have it. If not, no pressure. But we're very excited. Looking forward to it.
I think it's just a few sentences. There were not just few, but I think I just make a kind of maybe Ellen is gonna say something.
This is our third time participating in the Festival of Voices, and it's always been a fantastic time. Just a rich opportunity to perform with and for people who are excited about the power of the human voice and its musicality and uniqueness. And of course, the wonderful uniqueness of Bulgarian and Balkan singing is what we're going to share with everybody. And so we hope that people will leave it inspired by the music, and join us in some songs as well, even if you can't attend the workshop, but we hope you do. And celebrate, the American, I'm sorry, the Bulgarian and Balkan vocal experience. It will be beautiful.
That's wonderful. I think it's really great, especially in sometimes in a world that seems very isolated and unaware of other cultures, that this is probably something that isn't very often seen in Lancaster, is that Bulgarian culture. So to have some form of it, right here in home is going to be really awesome. So
Yeah, we will
Agree.
sing different traditional and then more with the more contemporary, and we have different styles to show.
well, we're
Well, music
excited to
is
see it.
music is the universal language, right? It's what
Yes,
keeps us all
exactly.
connected and, international across international boundaries and borders. And I think now more than ever,
Yeah,
we really need to celebrate and connect
yeah.
through
Music
through
is
music.
actually border. I mean, a bridge without borders.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna end the recording right here.